Peace. This is Wise for Wise Words Media. And man, it's a beautiful thing when you have friends in high places. Just ask Nathaniel Hackett, who was just fired by the Denver Broncos. In fact, he wasn't just fired. He did so bad, he didn't even make it to Black Monday. You know that Monday after the last Sunday in the regular season where all the coaches get fired? He didn't even make it to that. He got fired like week 15. When a coach can't even make it to the end of a season, you know he did a horrible job. Nathaniel Hackett led the number 32 ranked offense in the entire NFL. Dead last. The worst offense in the NFL. And today, the New York Jets announced that they hired that same Nathaniel Hackett as their head coach. The relationship with Robert Saleh and Nathaniel Hackett go back to the days in Jacksonville. You know, started young together, up-and-coming coaches and coordinators and such. So he hired his friend. This friend that he hired just led not only did he just lead the worst offense in the NFL, but he had a worse offense than you, the New York Jets. How do you hire somebody that had a worse offense than you? How do you do that? Who does that? You hired a man that's supposed to improve your offense, but how is he going to improve your offense when his offense was worse than yours? What realistic expectations do you have? And it's not like we could put excuses up for him. Like we could say, oh, you know, quarterback situation, the weapons, the wide receivers and such. No, he had Russell Wilson, Super Bowl winning Russell Wilson. He had Cortland Sutton, Jared Judy, Greg Dulcich. He had weapons. And they still had the worst red zone offense and dead last offense, period, in the league. And that's who they go with. Meanwhile, you got qualified guys like Byron Leftwich, who led a 42-year-old Tom Brady. And let's remember, let's not forget, Tom Brady, his last year in the Patriots, he did not look too good. He was not looking good. He took that Tom Brady, and in 1 year, they went to the Super Bowl and won it all. So you have a proven Super Bowl champion, offensive coordinator, and Byron Leftwich that's out there. And you go with the guy who, and mind you, Tampa and Byron Leftwich had, I think, the number one passing in the league this year. So you skip on Byron Leftwich to go with your friend who had the exact opposite, worst offense in the entire league. How will that make sense? Well, here's how. They're hoping it can. They're hoping that Nathaniel Hackett, who was Aaron Rodgers' offensive coordinator for a few years in Green Bay, they're hoping that the name Nathaniel Hackett is enough to entice Aaron Rodgers to come to New York. So they're putting all their chips in the middle of the table and hoping that this is enough to pull in the big fish. But guess what? I'm going to tell you another team who thought that way. The Denver Broncos. They hired Nathaniel Hackett as soon as Aaron Rodgers and Green Bay started beefing over the Jordan Love situation. They hired Nathaniel Hackett to try to entice Aaron Rodgers to come over. And as we see, as history teaches us, didn't work. So Jets, this was a huge gamble. I'll tell you what. If this team doesn't make the playoffs next year, Robert Saleh is in the hot seat and heads are gonna roll by Florham Park. I'm Wise for Wise Words Media. Peace.